Hello friends, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about sleep and my new passion for sleep. I am just incredibly blown away by what happens when you actually become consistent with it. So let's get into that in this video. Thanks again for joining me out here in the desert for another wonderful video. I hope you guys enjoy these videos. We're going to be talking about sleep and my experience over the last 6 weeks of working on my sleep schedules. We're going to talk about routine and how I'm feeling and all that stuff. But before we begin, please go check out the new bundle that we have going on here. This is brand new. There's a lot of brand new content in there. It's not the raw bundle. The raw bundle is coming later this year, but this is over 100 different things from plant-based people. We've got some plant-based doctors in there like Dr. McDougall, Dr. Esser, Dr. Vanessa Mendez. There's some awesome stuff in there. There's chefs, there's classes, there's ebooks. I've got 3 ebooks in this one. So this bundle has my brand new, but released yesterday, ebook called Building Healthy Relationships with Food. It also has my Dips and Dressings book and Meal Plan Volume 1, which has a lot of the recipes that I ate while I was losing my 70 pounds. So if you want to go check out that bundle, click the link in the description box and go see all the goodies that you're getting for just one payment of $49. You can click and buy the bundle, download all the goodies, and it's yours. But let's get into this video. So we're going to be talking about sleep today. And I personally now believe that sleep is almost more important than diet. Obviously, diet is extremely important, and sleep just makes diet extra awesome. So I feel over the last 7 years, I've had tons of energy. I feel great. Everything is awesome, but my sleep has been very off. So sometimes I'd stay up until midnight, 2, 3 in the morning doing work or hanging out with Nate or whatever, right? It was hard for me to go to sleep because I'd have so many ideas, and I've always been a night owl. Never been a morning person. There was a period of time when Nate and I first got together where we were doing the 5 a.m. club about 2 years ago, and we really enjoyed that. But the problem with that at that point in our life, we weren't focusing on our sleep. Like, we were going to bed earlier, but the evening routine wasn't there for the quality of sleep. So we were getting enough sleep, but we weren't getting quality sleep so that we could wake up at 5 o'clock and feel abundant and awesome. We still woke up at 5 o'clock and we still had that power hour, which was amazing in itself, but the sleep was lacking. So about 6 weeks ago, I read a book called Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker. And I think this book is absolutely amazing because it goes into the science of why we sleep. And he even theorizes that the reason why our brains grew wasn't cooked food or animal products or anything like that. It's the fact that we started sleeping deeper. And there's things that sleep does that diet will never do. There's something called adenosine that builds up in your brain throughout the day. And this is kind of like your sleep pressure. So at the end of the night, when you're feeling really tired, that is a buildup of adenosine pushing your body to sleep. And we need to sleep in order to clear out the adenosine. If we don't get enough adequate sleep, we don't clear all the adenosine, and then we feel groggy the next day, or it's just kind of like that sleep deficit kind of deal, right? You're just constantly trying to feel good after sleeping. And I was always struggling in this matter. So after reading this book, we decided that we were going to go to bed at 8:30. And I know 8:30 sounds like such an early time, but to us now, it's been about 6 weeks since we've been being very, very consistent. I think the average range when we go to bed is between 8:30 and 9:30. Sometimes we've gone to bed a little past 9:30, and those nights feel very late. Especially even last night, it was around 8:30 and I was feeling very tired, but we get up at 5. So we have a really long and very productive day. So we feel tired at around 8:30 or 9 because that's our normal time when we are going to bed now. Our night routine has also changed dramatically because we've put the blue light blockers on our phones and our computers. We also rarely use our phones or computers after 7 o'clock. So we'll eat dinner around 5:30-ish. Maybe we'll watch a show, but that's when the sun goes down and everything is going to be turned off after that. So after we do dinner, we will go out for a walk. We'll do like an hour walk or so, and then we get home, we do whatever we need to do to tidy up for the day. Maybe I need to send a couple emails or whatever, but it's pretty rare. And then we just get into our night routine. So we've had very low blue light activity happening, and then we start to get into our peaceful evening routine, our wind down time. So that involves our skincare routine. So we'll get in the washroom, we'll do our skincare routine, and we brush our teeth, we do all that kind of stuff, feed the cats. And we want to start doing more stretching, but small habits first, right? Once those habits are solid, then we'll add on to those habits. But we do that, we do our skincare, brush our teeth, and feed the cats, and just kind of chill a little bit. And then we will lay in bed around 8:15 to 8:30, where we read for the next half hour or so. Nate really only reads for like 5 minutes and then he passes out, but I'll read for about a half an hour, maybe 45 minutes, and then I turn on my sleep app. And the sleep app that I use right now is called Sleep Cycle, but we are saving up to get Aura rings because we would like a little bit more of an accurate reading. So that's just kind of some of the apps and stuff that we're into. But the Sleep Cycle app, it has a partner setting, so if you're doing it with someone else, then it can kind of differentiate slightly. It's not the most accurate, but it helps you to stay on point because it's kind of motivation to turn it on every night and see what your score is in the morning. It tracks your NREM and your REM sleep, and it even records some stuff like snoring or talking or whatever. But it's really interesting. Over the last 6 weeks, it did take over a month for us to start noticing smaller benefits. But only in the last week have I really noticed the benefits of being consistent with sleep. And we all know how important sleep is, but we don't really realize how important it is until we become consistent with it. And by consistent, I mean even on the weekends. Waking up early on the weekends, going to bed early on the weekends. And that's tough, but if you really want to enjoy the benefits of consistent sleep, then you gotta do what you gotta do, right? And we love going to bed early now. Before it was a little difficult because we're like, oh my gosh, it's like we want to stay up. But now that we are in this routine, we are so happy that we're in this routine. And that's typically what happens when someone changes their habits. Once they get into the new habit, they really, really like their new habit and they're very happy that they changed. So it was difficult the first month to kind of get into that routine, but now we're really starting to see the benefits. The biggest benefit for me has been the incredible increase in energy. Now, like I said earlier in the video, I have a lot of energy on raw, but now that the sleep is in tune with the raw, I have so much energy. I have never been one to be in an exercise routine, and I've said this in like probably over 100 videos, that I just have a really hard time getting into an exercise routine. Like the diet part is easy, but the exercise part is a little more challenging for me because I really want to be working or creating or whatever, and I just can't get into that routine. But since I got my sleep on point, I genuinely want to go out and go for our walks. We've been cracking 10,000 steps a day, almost every day for the month of February. And I have like this beautiful urge to go out and do our walks and go swimming. Like I've been swimming too, which is something that I've never really been interested in, but I just naturally want to go swimming. So that's been part of my life as well. And it's just been so beautiful to have all of this energy. And it seems like when you get one habit right, a lot of them come into play because now I wake up early, I have a lot of energy, and we go for a walk early in the morning. And we also eat earlier in the morning now because we're getting up earlier in the morning now. Most days I'm up around 5:15. That's around the time that I naturally wake up. We don't use an alarm clock anymore. And when we wake up, we drink our water, and then we have about 200 to 400 calories worth of fruit. And then we go for our walk. And I feel like one of the best things that has improved my sleep has been the exposure to the sunlight early in the morning. So once the sun comes up, we go out for our walk. We spend about an hour to an hour and a half on our walk in the morning, exposed to the sunlight. And this helps with stabilizing and regulating your melatonin production, which is your sleeping hormone. So the more sunlight you're exposed to in the morning, the better your sleep is at night. That's why you sleep like a rock when you've been at the beach all day. All of that sunlight has helped with your melatonin, especially if you do it over and over and over again. Your sleep cycle just gets onto that track. And it's also interesting to me how the body starts to trust you because it believes you're going to go to bed at the same time every night. The body loves schedules. It loves to be on that schedule because your circadian clock is so important and your body does certain things at certain times. Now, most people know about the lymphatic system, the drainage system between our cells, and how important it is to do lymphatic cleansing, such as jumping on the trampoline, dry brushing, that kind of thing. But there's another lymphatic system that is enclosed in your brain. It's called your glymphatic system. And this is enclosed, and the only way that you can clean out your glymphatic system is through sleep. Again, there's things that sleep does that diet doesn't do. And I know there's some people out there who say, well, now that I'm on a raw diet, I have all this energy, I don't need to sleep. I'll sleep like 5 hours or whatever, and I'm full of energy. You can only keep that up for so long because, again, diet does not do what sleep does. Sleep is so incredibly important. And for those of you who wonder if I do intermittent fasting or anything like that, I do not. I don't go without food during the day. I fast when I sleep, and that's when the best time to fast is anyways, because you sleep through it. You sleep through it. You don't have to worry about it. So going to bed early, waking up early, and then eating right away in the morning, I have so much more energy. I can't even explain. It's just, it's so wonderful. And I hope everyone else gets inspiration to start improving their sleep, even if you just start going to bed 10 minutes earlier for the next week. And then after that, go to bed 15 minutes earlier than that. And do that for a week or two. And then slowly with time, lower your sleep time down to wherever is possible for you. And I know everyone's life is different. Our life is different. I get way more work done in the morning than I ever did at night. So I prefer waking up in the morning and focusing on myself in the morning because we have all this extra time. I used to wake up around 8 o'clock and then start the day because I wouldn't have very much time to do a workout. I just have to get right to work. Now, if we're up at 5:15, 5:30, like we get a workout in, we get a pool swim in, we do some affirmations, I make reels and TikToks and reply to emails, and I can get so much work done in the morning before I would have ever gotten up at 8 o'clock. And I normally, yes, you work at night, but in the morning, I feel like I have way more brain power in the morning and I'm way more creative as well now that I have my sleep schedule right. So again, the book that I read was Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker. I think that one was a really good book. And there is another book that I'm reading called Sleep Smarter. I obviously don't necessarily agree with the diet advice that he has in the book because I'm a vegan, I'm a low-fat raw person. So I just kind of leave that on the side. But his other advice on things like blackout curtains, blue light blockers, not drinking alcohol before bed, talking about coffee and stimulants and all those kinds of things, like basically steps to improve your sleep. That's a really good book too. His name is Sean Stevenson. He wrote it. It's called Sleep Smarter. So that's another good book too, to read about improving your sleep. And I think now that I've been sleeping consistently, I believe sleep is just slightly more important than diet. They both work together. They're both necessary, and so is exercise as well. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please click like, and if you enjoy my channel, please click subscribe and check out the new bundle that we have. There's over 100 things in this bundle: free classes, workout programs, stuff from doctors, like Dr. McDougall has his weight loss program in there. There's so many cool things, including my brand new Building Healthy Relationships with Food ebook and my Dips and Dressings, my Meal Plan 1, and so many goodies. It's only $49 and it's only available for 10 days. It ends on March 2nd. So go click that link in the bio and go see everything that you get for $49. It's an epic deal and it's only happening once this year for this bundle. The raw bundle will be later. Don't worry about the raw bundle. This one's not raw, but it is still awesome. So if you want to go check it out, link is in the description, and we will be back tomorrow for another video. I love you guys so much, and fruit on.